leather gloves, we're slapping in hands. Popcorn and peanuts, we're working the stands. Pink cotton candy, love on a stick. Who's chasing the beer? The circle the lips, play ball. Play ball. Roll up the bases and smack it right over the wall.
Play ball.
Play ball.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Laughter Saves Lives
Live!
here on Strong Island Television in Paradise Studios.
And today's show is brought to us by Barasch and McGarry,
Lawyers for the 9/11 community. You should turn that TV, Alex. We're going to be looking at that big fat TV.
I'm doing it already.
We're not that smart. We're Stunads. We're going to see how I'm looking right now, people. There's a big TV.
Yeah.
We're supposed to look like this.
You know, it would look funny if I look this way and you look that way.
And I look this way, which is nothing of.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
I was excited to do this show tonight. What a weekend. We had a show together. Great weekend. And I parked next to a car in the parking lot, opened the door, freaking scratched this cross-track in the parking lot across the street. And I left a note in the guy's car.
Oh, no. Did he call you?
Not yet. You're sitting next to me. So we'll work it out. We'll work it out after the show, Richie. It's not a bad scratch.
No, please.
It's not a bad
tell
scratch.
Me that. I would.
Are you? We had a new car years ago. My wife scratched it like in the parking lot. She backed into somebody.
Yeah.
Like the first week we had it, and she was like, "Look, it's only a car." You know what I mean? Like
I know, but I parked the furthest spot in the parking lot,
and I did the same thing. I parked the furthest, and you were right next to me. So look. Wait, where's my hat? Where's my hat? On Saturday.
Yeah.
Saturday. Where's my hat? Here it is.
Fun time.
I did the Daniela Conti 5K in Sunken Meadow Park. I showed up. It was the parade day for Vincent Frank, who's our guest today. One of our guests, my grandson, my 7-year-old. He's going to be 7. Look how low he is in the chair. See how cute? And I said, let me make it back for the parade. Then when I got there, I said, I'm here. Let me do the 5K, right? Because I've done 5Ks before. I walked most of it, and I didn't realize that Sunken Meadow Park is hills. I'm in my sweatpants and a jacket, and I'm going. And here's how I was exhausted. Now listen, here's how I do a race. I walk. I'm not racing, but there's certain criteria where I'll run a little bit. Mm-hmm. I don't want to lose to everybody in my age bracket. You know how they print out the list? I don't want them to see John LaRocchia last.
Right.
So as I'm walking, I'm looking. Who looks as old as me, right? And I'm going to how old are you?
Past them.
Hey, how you doing? I say, how old are you? You know, that's weird, right? And I don't want to go behind anybody who looks really out of shape. That sounds terrible, I know. Yeah. But I just...
So you don't pass them?
I do. That's who I pass. Yeah. And then there were downhills. So when we went downhill, guess what I was doing? I was running downhill, to beat people. Yeah. This happened once to me before at a 5K. No, it was a 3-mile, 5-mile. You had the option.
Yeah.
So my daughters and I decided to do the 3-mile, but we have the chip. They're timing us. And they're actually saying your name as you cross the finish line. So there was a bunch of 80-year-old women. They had a shirt on. This could be our last race team. Like, really cute. So I said, oh, ladies, good luck. What are you doing, the 3-mile? Yeah, we're doing the 3-mile too, right? We hit the 3-mile mark. And my daughters go, let's do the 5-mile.
Of course.
But we're chipped for the 3-mile.
Oh, so what do? You have to stop.
That doesn't matter. The only problem is you're going to finish later than all the 3-milers that you're being judged against.
Right.
So I'm running towards the finish line, and I realize there are all those old ladies cheering me on. You can do it, John. Like, I'm so far behind them. You know what I mean?
Because you were like dragging your one leg behind.
Yeah, and they're like pushing me like I'm the last guy. So they go, come on, John. You can do it. I'm the ladies. I did I crossed the finish line, and here's what I hear. Finishing last in the 3K. From the FDNY ladder 12, John LaRocchia. People go, oh, wow. So it was embarrassing. It was embarrassing.
Wow. Yeah. Finish your list. You got your wish.
Tomorrow night, people, Leukemia and Lymphoma show in Belmore at the Loft. We still have tickets available.
What fun. That would have been
Still have tickets available if you'd like to come. I'll give you a free ticket. If you bring somebody, I'll give you a free ticket. If you don't bring somebody, just buy a raffle or a 50-50. But we have seats available. It's going to be a great show.
Tomorrow night at the Loft.
The Belmore Loft in Belmore. All the information is at Laughter Saves Lives.
Live.
Oh. Green Lawn Fire Department Saturday night. Thank you, guys. What a show.
Wow.
Listen to this. Listen to this. Keith Anthony and Tom DiDario on the same show. 2 headliners, right? They said the best show ever. We had Claudia Bonavita, MC, and guess who did a guest spot? Alex Bradley. Where are Alex? Can you show your face up here? Alex works in the studio. He does a great job for us here. He was funny. This guy is funny. He's a newer comic. He's 15 years old. No, he's like 20, 23. Alex, how old are you? 23. Show your face. Just show your face. Come see him tomorrow night at the Leukemia and Lymphoma benefit. He is going to be on the show again.
Right.
16 years old. Amazing. So check this out. How much time did I eat up all the time?
Yeah, and I ate up none of it.
I know. I'm not letting you talk at all. Huh? Did you ever win a 50-50?
Yes, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, is there any interesting part of the story?
I won a couple of things. I won a large screen TV.
No, I'm just talking 50-50 right now.
Oh, the 50-50. Yeah.
Yeah. How much?
I don't even want to know. Like one time they had a big jar stuffed with money.
Oh.
And they pulled my name out.
Nice.
And I go, oh, and everyone's like, the room's silent. And I'm like, I'm going to give it back, but do not tell me how much was in that jar.
Right.
I don't want to know.
You know, on the Laughter Saves Life show, we have a rule.
Right.
You're not allowed to give the money back.
Right.
For that reason, somebody like Richie, who's down on his luck, doesn't have a lot of money, leasing a Crosstrek, neighbor is paying for it because he likes Richie. So some people need the money.
Yeah, they need
it. They need the money. And
that's why they go in it.
Yeah, I don't want somebody to struggle that, should I give it back? And I have a story that I always tell about that. I'm not going to get into it now. So I had 3 tickets, 50. Oh, are you looking? I'm losing you.
At you right
You're
there.
supposed to be listening to me.
I'm listening, but I'm looking at you.
You're looking at the gas. Okay. So Richie, both of us are ADD. We're both. If Richie's not listening to me, then I'm not going to listen to me. We're both going to do this.
ADD show.
Squirrel. So check this out.
How about is there a way that we could do a charity event for ADD? Because you and I will never finish it. We wouldn't even.
So
you have to start it first.
Yes.
Which we won't even get to that point.
So I have 3 tickets, right?
Yeah.
Let's just say they're 19, 20, 21.
Yeah.
When they call the number, the winning number was 19. But I'm looking at the 21 ticket, and I'm like, I know I have 2 more tickets. But I'm trying to think, do I have them to the left? Or I was just looking, did I win? So I look and I go, oh, my God. It's $1,100.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. I shouldn't have said it at the IRS. Oh, my God. I won the 50-50. I said to Claudia.
Wow.
So now, in my mind, here's what's going on. I just produced a show for them under my business, not under the foundation, for Johnny LaRocchia family, right? And made some money on the show. Now I'm going to take their money from the 50-50, which maybe one of their people, they're not going to be happy about this.
No.
Right? So should I say I won and not give it back, or should I do what I did?
Right.
Scream like a crazy animal and high five half the audience. I'm running to the bike. Yeah, right. And
what are they going to do? Take it back from you?
But there's always that one guy, right? Most people were excited for me.
Yeah.
Right? Because, I'm a nice guy.
Right. They're not really excited for you.
They were. No, they were. They were excited. And there's that one guy. It's fixed. There's a fix here, right? That one guy.
There's always that guy.
And I look at him and I go, bro, did you buy a ticket?
Yeah.
Because you got to be in it to win it. And I continued to high five. But as I was leaving, I was looking over my shoulder.
Yeah.
I'm like, this isn't good.
You got hit with a butter knife.
Oh, my God. Where are we? Where are we in time here? We're going. Wright-Patterson Air Force Base. Butch is under the weather tonight. We won't see him tonight, but Butch put together a wonderful show in Ohio at the Wright-Patterson Air Force Base. Laughter Saves Lives, entertained our troops. Joseph Anthony we sent out, and Jeff Norris. Bang, bang, 2 huge headliners.
Yeah, wow.
Was a great night at Wright-Patterson Air Force Base on, I think it was Thursday.
Nice. How many people went to that?
They had a full house. It's held in the Officers Club. The last time we went, now Santa wanted to go this time, and I feel bad we didn't. But the last time we went, I'm on the dance floor after they had a band play, and I'm dancing with this older woman, right? And I'm having fun. I'm spinning her around, and somebody comes over and goes, "You know, that's the general's wife, right? Like the guy who runs the whole base." And I went, "Whatever. Come on, lady," and we continued to dance. So it was a fun night.
And you got it back this year.
And we got it back. Well, it's been a few years. Is there anything else you want to add up front? Because this way we can get into our guests early. Because we got the kids on.
I had one little thing happen to me today, and I want to tell you.
Go.
I mean, it's not as elaborate as running the 5K.
Right.
And getting credit for a 3. But
I'm wearing my medal, by the way. Did you see my medal?
For you. I have road rage, I'm discovering.
Yeah.
Right? And people really get me angry. And I'm like,
it's terrible.
I'm at a red light today. I actually get out of the car.
No,
and I start banging on the guy's window. I'm like, get out of the car! Get out of the car! I didn't know he'd get out of the car.
Oh yeah.
And then I was like,
who was it?
I just want to apologize.
Right.
I didn't mean to stop short from you stopping in front of me and almost going through the windshield,
Right.
But I didn't know what's the etiquette there. Like
when somebody gets out of the car, you get back in.
No, they're not supposed to get out of the car.
They're not. Oh, you mean you want to look like you have the
right? Like I'm a tough guy, but I realized
we're not
wasn't,
tough guys,
and I'm never ever gonna hit a window.
All right, let's do this, Rich. Let's go to break, and we'll be back with the Cub Scout segment tonight. It's gonna be fun.
Wow.
All right, we'll be right back.
If you spent time downtown on 9/11 or in the 8 months after, you were exposed to toxic air and may be eligible for compensation from the $10 billion 9/11 Victim Fund. But most people who qualify still haven't claimed what they're entitled to.
I worked downtown. I didn't die. I was an office worker. I felt like there were others who deserved the money more than I did.
A major reason people haven't claimed the money they're due is guilt. They feel guilty claiming funds when others died or were first responders.
I heard there were 9/11 funds, but because I wasn't a first responder, I did not apply.
You do not have to be a first responder to qualify. This fund was created for everyone who worked, lived, or attended school south of Canal Street, who may have experienced or have experienced respiratory illness or any of the 68 cancers linked to the toxins. Even if you have a family history of cancer, there is a presumption linking most cancers to the toxins.
I thought it was too late to make a claim. My spouse worked downtown at a bank and died of cancer. Honestly, I just haven't felt up to it.
The government's $10 billion Victim Fund and Health Program have been permanently extended. You just need to have been below Canal Street on 9/11 or at any time in the following 8 months. To see if you qualify, call or go to 911fund.com to speak to a representative of Barasch and McGarry, lawyers for the 9/11 community.
There are many reasons people who are eligible for compensation are not stepping up to claim it. To those who are holding back, I would say just take the first step. Ask for help. Make the call. It's not too late.
I called and I qualified.
I qualify.
I qualify.
Millions of dollars remain unclaimed. You do not have to be seriously ill to qualify.
And we're back with Laughter Saves Lives. Pow! Live! Here on
Where were you on that,
do it one
Melissa?
pound. Do one pound. Live!
Live!
Ooh, she's going to be a regular. We're
good.
back here in Paradise Studios in Massapequa, New York. We're going to talk a little bit about Cub Scouts. I was a Cub Scout back in the day.
So was I.
And my troop leader, I remember today, I used to walk 5 blocks alone at 7 years old home. I got bit by a dog in the lady's house, in the scout person's house. What do they call them? The scout.
Den
mother.
mother.
Back
Den
in
mother.
those days,
Den
they
mother.
were den
What is
mother.
it
Den
now?
mother.
A den person?
We're den leaders.
Oh,
Den
den
leaders.
leaders.
Well, anyway,
I guess
Master
that
building,
increases
John.
the enrollment.
Let's
on the den
bring-
leaders.
let's bring our Cub Scouts on since they had a long day.
Woo!
We got Vincent Frank and Avery.
Hey, Vincent!
Give me a little of this. Give me a little of this, guys. Little of this. Come on.
Scout signs.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So first of all, Avery first. How do you like Cub Scouts, Avery?
Amazing.
Oh,
Says it all. right
Vincent,
there.
how do you like Cub Scouts?
So much in the whole entire world.
Oh,
Wow, that's a lot.
That's a
That's a
Larokia.
lot.
We got one word to 10 words. All
Avery
right.
looks like he's mixed into the chair with his red.
I know he looks like a lion.
That is
He looks like a lion.
cool
Yeah.
chair.
All right. So
Sure.
let me ask you this.
Wait, you didn't ask me how I like Cub Scouts.
Yeah,
How do you like Cub Scouts?
Stupendous!
All right.
Whoa.
Now,
Yeah.
What is stupendous?
what,
No, go ahead.
It's
What-
over the top.
what
Oh,
is
look,
the
Vincent knows.
best part so far of Cub Scouts? What is the thing you enjoyed the most? Vincent, you start on this one.
That you get to play games a lot.
Games. Did you do any good deeds? Anything that you would consider a good deed?
Yes, zombie tag.
Ooh,
Zombie tag
tag.
sounds like a very good deed. Avery, is there anything you guys do to help the community? Avery's looking to somebody for his answers. Avery is looking. Where is mommy? Let me see mommy's face in there. Let me see mom's face. Where is she?
I'll tell you, he might not remember. Anthony, woo.
All right.
Remember.
Give him an example.
Sure. He might not remember, but we do leaf raking, annual leaf raking at our charter organization.
Leaves for the
Presbyterian charter.
Oh,
you put a wreath in
Have
the
to
cemetery.
all of the leaves and do landscaping
Wow.
in November.
For the
There you
entire
go.
state
And
park.
putting the wreath at the cemetery.
Also, we go and we plant flags.
Didn't you do
We
flags?
do flags at
Yeah,
Long Island
flags.
National Cemetery.
Do you guys
And-
remember that? Did you when you did the flags?
Avery was there for the wreath, so we do wreaths across America.
Wow.
Where we place wreaths on the graves at the Long Island National
That's
Cemetery
great,
in Farmingdale
guys.
at Christmas time.
That is
So,
great. So, what did you do with Cub Scouts tonight? What did you do today? Vincent, you go first. And listen, thanks for taking the time, boys, to do the show. I know how busy your schedules
Yeah.
are.
And thank you for your service.
wait, what did you say?
What did you do? What did you do today in Cub Scouts tonight?
We played tag games, birthday tag, zombie tag, freeze tag, and,
Yep.
Wow, a lot of tags.
and even tiger tag.
Oh
that's
my
right.
Wow.
goodness.
That's a requirement
Yeah.
in
Tiger
Scouts. So it's called Games Tigers Play.
Right.
And it's one of the requirements that they have to work on. So that is one
Oh.
component of a larger list of things that they do.
Right.
So, yeah, so it's learning different gamemanship, sportsmanship,
yeah,
things like
yeah.
that.
Is Avery? Avery. Hey, Mr. Avery.
Yes, John.
Can you hear me, Avery?
Yes.
I know he can.
Would you want me to talk for him?
Yes.
Avery, tell us what you would like to
Yes.
see. Tell us what you would like to see and what are your future scout meetings? What is something you would like to do at one of the future scout meetings?
It's all on you now, Avery.
Like if you had to tell the scout leader, hey, we'd like to do this, maybe do something good for the community or some kind of other tag, Mario tag.
Mario tag!
Oh, he's addicted to Mario. Anything, Avery? Avery, did you eat dinner? Did you eat?
There's no
Well,
prize
Avery,
involved.
I'll tell you. So I'll
Yeah.
tell you.
All right.
I'll
Save
help
Avery.
Avery out. So we had a kickball game,
Right.
and we had Tigers versus Weeblos. Remember
Wow.
that? That was last week. we had a really good time. So the Weeblos den is fourth graders.
Yes, they're
so
bigger.
we split the fourth graders up. Avery was on. What was the name of the team? We had the Marios,
Of course,
right?
of course.
And Rockets. Wait, yeah, Vincent, right?
The Mariners and the Rockets.
Right, and you were on the winning team, right? It was a big game.
Wow, you guys did have a long day. Don't you like to have a long day? Vincent.
Avery even broke his glasses.
Oh no,
yeah.
that's a rough game.
It's always rough in Scouts.
Oh, Vincent Frank.
Yeah.
What?
Frank, is there anything else you would like to say about Cub Scouts? Do you enjoy it? Is it fun? Do you like going?
Yes!
Avery, how about you? Do you enjoy it? Do you like going?
Yeah.
All right. You guys get ready for bed, and we're going to talk to your scout leader over here. All right?
Thanks for coming on.
Yeah, thanks for coming on, guys.
Bye.
Good night.
Bye,
Good
guys.
night. That was my grandson, Vincent Frank Bachilupskun LaRocchia, and Avery Thomas. So tell us, Scouts, what is different about now Scouts than was, say, 10, 15 years ago?
Well, so scouting back in those days, like you had mentioned, you went to a den mother's house.
Yes.
So mainly scout meetings were held in people's homes.
Right.
It was for Cub Scouts.
Yes.
For Scouts BSA, which is the older Scouts that a lot of people think about. Those are usually held in like church basements or VFW halls. What's evolved now is the Cub Scouts have also moved into the charter organization. So we meet with our scouts at Belmore Presbyterian Church in a basement.
Right.
Or sometimes we use their Rambo Hall. We can utilize their grounds. So there's a lot. We can accommodate more and more scouts.
Right, right.
Also, the most significant change from when you were Cub Scout is they opened up the program to kindergartners.
Okay.
When you were a scout, things started around third grade.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Right.
I don't remember.
So that's when you entered scouting. Now they start at kindergarten and they go, and Cub Scouts goes through fifth grade. And most recently is that they're allowing girls in the Cub Scout level.
Right.
Girls.
Now, why not? They have the Girl Scouts and the Boy Scouts in the past. Is it combining completely, or the girls have the option?
Well, Girl Scouts that people think about is a separate organization from Scouts BSA.
Okay.
Right.
So Scouts BSA has the Cub Scout program. They allow, National allows girls now to enter in the Cub Scout level, and they join Scouts BSA. There are three branches
Then they
of
go into
Scouts.
Girl Scouts.
No, Girl Scouts is a separate organization. So I do have girls in our pack who are also involved with Girl Scouts. So, but they're Cub Scouts with us, whether they're a girl or boy. And then in the upper grade, after they bridge in sixth grade, fifth grade, sixth grade, they bridge into the upper troop level. There's 3 different branches. So
all right, before you get to that, I don't mean to cut you off. What is the mission? What is the overall mission statement of the Scouts? Is there an overall mission statement?
Yes.
What is that?
So
statement?
so for Cub Scouts, it's do your best.
That's it. Do your best.
Right.
I like that.
Okay.
I like that.
We have.
You should write that down. Do your best.
Yes, I try every time. It's very difficult with you.
And then Scouts, the Scouts slogan is do a good turn daily, which is what it aligns with that.
Right.
So, but with Cubs, the kindergarten through fifth graders, keep it simple.
Yeah,
do your best.
Let them enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
Go do
lots of games, lots of activities.
You know what I found was very different about today's. This is true. you have these great Cub Scout stores to buy stuff.
Yeah.
We had the back of Lobel's, and it was a counter.
Yes, yes.
Are they still even in business?
Lobel's. I used to get my Catholic school uniforms from Lobel's. But where I grew up out in Patchogue at Sweezy's, they had a whole section in the boys where it was all Cub Scout uniforms.
Yeah.
And actually so we're in the Theodore Roosevelt Council here in Nassau County, and the council headquarters is a block down from where we are right now.
Yeah?
It's the Theodore Roosevelt Council, and our scout shop is there as well. So they sell all of the
You can go
equipment.
shop in there.
You can. Anybody can go.
We were upstate somewhere, and I forgot where it is, but the Westchester area, I think. And we went in and we were like, I can't believe this is like great, like everything for camping, and it was amazing.
All right, so I don't mean to rush you because I know you have a lot of information, but we have another guest after you, so we only got about 2 minutes. Tell us what's coming up, something cool that the Scouts are going to be doing coming up.
Sure. Okay, so right now we're involved in scouting for food, so we're doing a food drive.
Nice.
That is a national program. But our Scouts in our pack do that.
That's nice.
For our pack specifically, we will be having what we call Fire Ring. So that is an event that we hold every year, in June, beginning of June, end of May, where we retire. We have the Cub Scouts retire flags.
Oh.
So there's a whole process that we go through.
What does that mean, retire flags?
So if you have a dilapidated, torn
American flags.
Yes, American flags.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. No, that's okay.
So that is a really fun event because the kids, we have the Scouts, the Cub Scouts create the fire in the fire pit. They get to cook their hot dogs over the fire. We usually have some activities going on, and then we all settle and do a flag retirement where all the kids get a chance to place the flag in the fire.
Love it.
And that's how we.
And then marshmallows.
Always.
Any websites people can check out or Facebook pages? What the
Facebook
Scouts are doing?
page, we have Pack 192, a Cub Scout Pack 192 Belmore. We're very active. We post a lot of pictures there. We're constantly hiking. This weekend we have Cubbery out at our Scout reservation. That's camping, archery, BB guns, hiking, obstacle course for the Cub Scouts.
Awesome.
You know what you should think about, and we'll end with this. Is there any way that we can do a fundraiser with the kids, do like a comedy night, have a few of the kids who are interested do like a few jokes, and then we can close with Richie and I, and then we'll get a good comic.
Squeaky clean.
We did do Squeaky Clean Friday night. That might be a fun night.
Well, it's funny you should say that because a couple of dens had the requirements. So in order to achieve your rank, you have to meet your requirements. And a couple of the ranks they have to be able to get up, perform a skit, tell one-liners, things like that. They've done that. So we do it in our pack setting, but we haven't done it in front of.
Let's talk more about that, Melissa.
But anyhow,
Melissa
D'Alessandro.
Thank you for saying.
I married that.
D'Alessandro, and just quickly she gave me her bio. It's amazing, as I always say, the people that volunteer. She does so many with the school. She's on the board with the Scouts. It's the same people going over you. And that, to me, is another hero in our community. That only counts for this woman is like another hero. So we are.
I don't know about that.
No, you are.
Menace, mainly.
You are. So
that's the kids.
I remember my den leader. You're doing great.
Yeah, thank you so much.
My den leader. Ball with those kids.
My den leader had her dog attack me. So
awesome.
Thank you, and we're going to talk more about this. Melissa, thank you very much.
Thank you.
We'll be right back after this break with Tom. Talk about some of the veteran stuff in Long Island.
All right.
Hi, I'm Arthur Lee, founder, CEO, and inventor of LifeVac, a simple rescue device that could save a child's life in a choking emergency. All these people were saved with LifeVac. People may not realize that on average, 14 people a day die from choking-related incidents. Every 5 days, one of those is a child. As simple as place, push, pull.
To learn more, please visit lifevac.net.
Oh, we're back with Laughter Saves Lives. Oh, live! Look at this one. Live here on Strong Island Television. Let's bring right out. This next gentleman is from the Office of Suffolk County Executive Veteran Services Agency. He is, what's his title? It says Bigwig. Let's have a nice welcome for Tom Ronayne. Ronayne, big shot, Bigwig. What is your title over there, Tom? He's muted.
You're muted.
You're muted, Tom. Somebody finally muted you. I didn't think it could happen.
I've been trying to do that for a while now, haven't you?
Hey, brother, how are you?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Good. Thank you so much for taking the time. I don't think you're as cute as the kids, but we're glad to have you.
I'm right there, right? It's close.
Well, let's get right into it because we're running just a little bit late. Tell us about what you do for the veterans. What Suffolk County does, and if you could tell us what we're doing really good for the veterans these days and where we're lacking.
Good question.
So, look, the simplest thing. First of all, I just have to tell. I made an observation while I was sitting there quietly as an observer in the green room, and Rich, I got to throw you under the bus here. Up until about a minute and a half ago, the only thing that I saw Rich write down in that little notepad of his all night was when you talked about how much money you won in that 50-50, and from here, reading upside down, it looked like he wrote IRS. I don't know what he said.
I actually wrote their phone number. I took off my phone.
So look, what we're doing is, we do an awful lot.
Mike.
We help veterans with their disability claims. We help veterans with obtaining their benefits. We do a lot of outreach. We're in the community. What we really try to focus on, and now that we're kind of putting COVID in our rearview mirror, and we're able to get back out into the community, is we're outreaching.
Hey, Tom, you're coming in very broken up. I don't know if there's anything you could do on your end. Alex Wright, is that coming from his end? Yeah, it's coming from your end.
Your mic is gargled.
All right.
See if you can plug it.
Well, let's do this. Let's do this.
All right.
We get to see half the house now.
Okay.
Right. Well, that was our goal.
Is that any better?
Oh, a nice kitchen.
Nice kitchen.
Maple cabinets. Yeah, it's
almost
you
there.
get
How's that?
Perfect.
Yeah, I think so.
Thank
Take
you.
care. Go ahead, Tom. We lost him. He left us.
I think he left.
You there, Tom?
Yeah,
I thought you had to go pay already.
I took my oxygen off when I was moving the camera for you.
Oh.
So what we're trying to do right now, and this is the ideal time of year, is outreach. Get out there into the community, touch people, let them know that we're here. The biggest problem that we have is we serve about 20,000 veterans a year through our offices, and the most common statement that people make to us when they come to meet with us is, "Geez, how long have you guys been here? Did you just open?
Yeah.
Did you just?" People
They don't even know
about us, and it's heartbreaking because there are so many veterans out there who are not getting what they need.
Right.
And it's because they don't know about us. So we're not going to sit in an office and wait for them to come to us. We're going to go out there and we're going to find them. We're going to shake the bushes. We're going to knock on doors, and it's going to events. It's being a part of programs. It's hanging out with guys like John LaRocchia. So that's really what we're doing. We're professional advocates.
That's fantastic.
The other part of it is, we're formally credentialed. We're credentialed by the federal government.
Okay. Is that where your funding comes from? The all federal money?
All right. This is. I love this conversation.
Okay. I'm sorry.
So our funding comes 100% from the county of Suffolk taxpayers.
Suffolk County.
County veteran services at any level, anywhere in the country, we don't get a thin dime from the federal government. There's no federal funding for this work. So what we really do
a little broken up, and I remember we had this conversation that Suffolk County has per capita probably one of the largest populations of veterans, correct?
So New York State there are 62 counties in New York State. Suffolk County is the single largest veteran population of any of those 62 counties. Nobody's more than us.
Wow.
And to put that into some perspective, New York State is the 6th most populous state for veterans. We were 5, now we're 6. So we're number 1 in the 6th most populous state in the country. That's a lot of people.
Yeah.
There's a lot of responsibility to make sure that we're out there taking care of these folks. And,
now,
John, this is something that...
Great answers, but I wanted to get through some of the other things you're involved with. Tell us a little bit about the museum.
So I'm privileged to sit as a board trustee at the Lieutenant Michael Murphy Navy SEAL Museum. Remarkable facility. I know that you had Amy and Brian Mastrangelo on the show a while back.
Yeah.
They are also a part of the museum, and it's a fascinating place. I would love to walk you around over there one day, whenever works.
Yeah, I'll take you up on that.
I would love to take you guys over there and you will leave, your jaws will be 6 feet below where it is right now. You just
wow.
Walk in there and it's amazing. It's amazing what that place has.
Were you a Navy SEAL?
I was not a SEAL, no. I'm a Navy veteran, but I was never a SEAL.
Thank you for your service.
Yeah, thank you. I would very interesting. This museum must be.
It's fascinating. It's only the second Navy SEAL museum in the world.
Wow.
There's another one in Fort Pierce, Florida, and there's us.
Fort Pierce, yeah.
That's it.
In November, I think we picked a date today or yesterday, right? We're going to be doing something special out at the Engelman Theater in Northport.
Engelman, yeah.
Engelman, which is named after a military member, right?
John W. Engelman, Chief Warrant Officer John W. Engelman, an American hero.
Right. Yes, he was.
John was killed in action. He was KIA back in May of 2006, and the connections here are the Engelman Theater, obviously named in honor of John Engelman, is owned by Kevin O'Neill, whose wife Patty is John Engelman's sister.
Right.
And Kevin and his partner Rich Dolce.
Yep.
Were just 2 extraordinary men.
Yeah.
You've met them. These guys want to be a part of the community. They are big first responder supporters. They are big military and veteran supporters. And I feel like we're coming out here, John. We're going to the prom together with this thing. It's going to be a tremendous night for us.
I've actually performed there a couple of times.
Yeah, with Eric.
What
right?
a theater!
Yeah,
wow.
It's a really remarkable place.
Yeah.
But
so,
John, why don't you tell the world what we're going to be doing over there on Tuesday, November 21st at 8 p.m.
We're going to be doing a Laughter Saves Lives comedy benefit. They're nice enough, Tom, and the owners of the theater, to allow Laughter Saves Lives to come in, and we're going to raise some money for what charities, Tom?
So we are going to focus on primarily. Well, a couple of things are going to happen that night. Obviously, Laughter Saves Lives has a very important mission, and a part of the proceeds from the evening are going to be to support the work that Laughter Saves Lives does. But we're also going to be focusing heavily on military and veteran mental wellness and suicide prevention.
Right.
And look, I'm a 9/11 responder. I'm a 9/11 survivor. I'm a part of the community, and I would tell you that when we work in the field that I work in, one of the things that you can't escape is.
Oh, you muted yourself.
One of the things you can't escape, I'm sorry about that. One of the things you can't escape is how disproportionately represented veterans are in the first responder communities.
Right, right.
We leave the military and we continue to serve in other capacities, and remarkable numbers, big numbers in paramedic services, police service, and emergency medicine. You're going to find a ridiculously disproportionate representation of veterans in those professions.
Right.
So, at the end of the day, whatever uniform we all wear, we all wore the same flag on our sleeve. And we all went to work every day to accomplish the same mission. Where in the spectrum of that mission it was may be a little nuanced, but we were all out there doing the same thing. And
I can't thank you enough for allowing Laughter Saves Lives to be part of that night. I'm going to try to get Richie on that show. I know you saw him once. It was a bad experience, but I'd like to try to get him on the show. But you know what we're going to do? We're going to cut this a little short only because you're coming in so broken up. We got a lot of good information out there tonight. We'll have you back on another night. We'll reschedule and we'll talk more about some of the other things you're involved with, because this guy's involved with everything. He's an amazing guy and a hero. Thank you for taking the time to come on tonight, and we look forward to the big show in November.
Hey, John, we have a lot of work to do. We'll make that a night to remember. We're going to set the bar high.
Amen. Yeah,
absolutely. All right, my friend. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Love you, brother. Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you, Tom. Tom Ronayne.
Amazing.
I pronounced the name correctly.
Amazing man.
Ronayne.
Yeah.
Do we got a short break that we can go to, Alex? All right, let's go to a break. We'll be right back with John Allen.
Hi, I'm Arthur Lee, founder, CEO, and inventor of LifeVac, a simple rescue device that could save a child's life in a choking emergency. All these people were saved with LifeVac. People may not realize that on average, 14 people a day die from choking-related incidents. Every 5 days, one of those is a child. As simple as place, push, pull.
To learn more, please visit lifevac.net.
Zwanger Passeri has been delivering a true patient-centric experience for the past 70 years. You can always expect to be cared for with compassion, scanned on the latest technology, and a highly trained subspecialized radiologist to interpret your images.
We're back with Laughter Saves Lives. Pow! Live! Oh, wait, we have a guest. Come on in, guest. Our next guest, this gentleman, an interesting job. Hero alert. This guy, John Allen, is a comedian, retired from, he was with NYPD, retired from the court officer, sergeant. He was also in the Air Force.
Yes.
Oh, my God.
The Air Force.
Air
Move
Force.
the bottle. That's in your
Move the
face.
ball, yeah.
There we go.
So many things, and here he is for us tonight. Don't we have the applause tonight? Can we find our audience for this guy? Only guy that clapped for tonight. Hello, John.
How are you?
Good. Thank you for taking the time to come on.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, our pleasure. Richie's been raving about you for weeks.
Yeah, so don't disappoint.
Did you get you got the check?
Yes. Just want to talk briefly about your service. NYPD court officer. I mean, a lot of people know what NYPD. They don't know everything that a cop does. People out there have no idea how hard it is to be a police officer. But the court officer thing, tell us a little bit about that. What is the job of a court officer?
We are basically the police of the court system.
Okay.
We have basically the same powers as a police officer, except for maybe warrants. But we're, in charge of security, making sure that the judges are protected.
Right, that's big.
We also deal with the prisoners coming in and out of the courts. I don't know if you recently saw the indictment of President Trump.
Yes.
But front and center were the court officers.
Okay.
The union president was there. And I got to tell you, they did a phenomenal job in
Right.
showing just how professional the court system is and how professional the court officers
Wow.
are. I was watching it, and I'm retired from there,
Mhm.
and I was honored to see just how. And some of them are also my friends. Two of them,
Right.
Two of the captains.
But you're watching every move, and you're seeing how really the extent of what this job
Yes,
is.
it was.
Did you ever come across anything crazy?
Oh,
People
sure.
walking into court,
Yeah,
like, tell
I
me.
mean, one time I was a sergeant and I was
Yeah.
in charge of security, and a gentleman comes into the building, and he has these two animals with him. He has an iguana and a snake.
No.
Wow.
And I said, "Sir, I'm sorry, but I'm not going to be allowed to let you into the building with those two animals." I said, "Can you please explain why?" He goes, "Well, Sarge, yes." He goes, "The iguana is my support animal.
Okay.
The snake is my lawyer."
So true. So true.
Wow, that's good.
So what else? Tell us a little more.
I actually, being short is all my life, I've had to deal with that. And
Sure.
we had our Christmas party at the courthouse.
Nice.
So they come up to me and they said, "John, we really want you to have a big part in the Christmas party this year."
Nice.
I said, "That's
I know
amazing.
that.
I'd love to be Santa." They said, "No, we really wanted you to be his elf."
Yeah.
And they said, "Well, we know you're disappointed, but we're going to have the party catered by Keebler."
Perfect.
I did have a setback when I was with the police department, though.
Oh, yeah.
What happened?
I wanted to join the mounted unit.
Oh,
And I went down to the headquarters and I spoke to the sergeant and I gave him my application and he hands it back to me and he denies me. I
Why?
said, "Sarge, I'm denied." He goes, "John, I'm sorry, but the police department doesn't have any ponies for you."
Very good. Very good. Continue. He's on a roll
We may
here.
have him in your seat. This is
Yeah. Did
Come
you
in
attend
more.
Rich's school?
Yes, I
Rich's-
did. Yes,
Wow.
I did. I attended Rich's school.
Did they have a guest instructor? Because you're funny. Was Richie absent?
Personally, I just redid my basement.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, I turned it into a real man cave.
Oh,
Nice.
And I put trophy heads all up on the wall.
Yeah.
I put up a bear, a deer, an elk, and a moose.
Right.
I had them stuff some raccoons and some foxes for me.
Nice.
Wow.
My friends come over. They say, "John, we know you over 50 years. We have never known you to be such an avid hunter. When do you go on your trips?" I said, "Guys, they don't. I'm just a really bad driver."
He's funny. He's cute, right?
I used to do. I don't want to think like keep that. I want you to continue. I used to do a joke about hitting a rabbit. My kids go, "Dad, what? You keep hitting the rabbits?" I guess I said maybe I'm driving too fast, or maybe it's the carrots I hang from my bumper, which I thought was a funny punchline. Never got a laugh. Never got a laugh.
You're laughing at him, but yet I do one joke about getting out of my car, and you're like, "Don't get out of your car and rough up another driver." I'm like, it's a bit.
Continue. I know. I'm bad at it.
What else, John?
I'm
You're
bad at it.
very interesting.
Yes.
I hang out with my friends a lot, and
Yeah.
I just met a guy that I knew from back in the day when we were childhood friends, and we were talking, and I said, "Not for nothing, we grew up together, but he always called me Shorty, and it got to be very offensive."
Sure.
Yeah.
And he says, "You really brought it upon yourself." And I said, "Why?" Because you remember the time we were out in the backyard and we were playing hide and go seek?
Yeah.
And you had us out there for about 4.5 hours looking for you. Okay, he goes, "Yeah, none of us bothered to look in the barbecue."
It's a good hiding spot.
Yes. We're listening.
All right, well, I don't know where else you want me to go. I got a few things.
Yeah, you got a few things. Give us a few more things. See, this is
What
when the
about
comics.
what
When
happened?
the comics.
He had a very funny story.
Yes.
What
Oh, go ahead.
happened to him in the supermarket?
Supermarket?
Where the guy hit
Well,
you.
I was in the supermarket one day, and
Rude.
I'm coming down the aisle, I'm pushing my cart. The guy crashes into my cart. I was like, I got so upset. I really wanted to confront this guy. I really upset. But, I couldn't because I was still strapped into the seat. But he was a gentleman.
Yes.
He was very nice. He goes, "Sir, I'm sorry when I crashed into your cup. Here, you dropped your sippy cup."
See, that's a tag.
Yes.
See, Punch tagged it on.
Amazing.
Amazing.
The teaching is amazing. I'm
The
hearing
teaching
right
of
here.
the writing. The writing.
The one thing, the
Yeah.
one joke we have is with the court system, we call it the audition for the Jerry Springer Show. Because that's where you come in. It's like everybody looks at Jerry. If you want to see the real Jerry Springer Show,
Come here.
Come here.
course,
This is real life. But
Oh my.
it's
Is it regular court or family court?
I worked my entire career in family court.
Oh, so that must have been interesting.
That's worse than like criminals,
court. Murderers.
Yeah.
No, you deal. Well, it's equal because you're still working.
Let me ask you a question. In family court, who is more obnoxious, the wives or the husbands? Who are the rough ones? Like
the people they bring in that don't belong there.
As witnesses?
Well, no, like the guy, if you, like I said, a lot of times we deal with support, things of that nature, but they want to bring in the new girlfriend or the new boyfriend to show off.
Right.
And we have more problems with them. And I'm like, why would you even come here
with them?
Yeah.
They couldn't stay in the diner across the street.
Yeah. No, they could, but.
Is that where you stay?
Yeah, that's where they hide me.
That's where they hide. Yeah, but it's.
I've never been to family court.
Right.
Never been.
Yeah, I was lucky.
You should mention that.
Yes.
I made sergeant in about 5 years. I worked in Brooklyn, which at the time was the busiest courthouse in the United States.
I bet.
I believe
And,
that.
From sergeant, I went to clerk, and I ran the petition room there, and then I transferred to Queens. I ran the petition room there, and that's where I retired from. Matter of fact, Saturday night, we just had an amazing reunion of about 8 or 10 people that retired, and we hadn't seen each other in almost 10 years. And it was an amazing love fest.
It is, because you've been in a fire with these guys, and
you know what it's like.
Friday morning, we're meeting at the Armor Tank Museum. In fact, all the retired hazmat guys. We meet once a month for breakfast in the diner, but every once in a while, we met at the Fire Academy. We're meeting at the Armor Tank Museum Friday morning.
How much fun is that?
That should be cool. Did you talk to them about? Do they have any funds that they support? We could do a show for them. Do you have like a widows and children's or something where if somebody gets hurt or
we could always ask. I mean, there's always officers in need. We do we have what's a 1013 is an officer in need.
Yes, that I know.
So we do 1013s if an officer has a medical situation or a family situation. I'm involved in a couple of fraternal organizations. Matter of fact, over the winter, we did a really good thing with the Fraternal Order Police. We go out to the cemetery. We lay the wreaths on the for the soldiers.
Yeah.
Then we go back a couple weeks later and pick them up.
I would love to put you, give you like a 5-minute set on a Laughter Saves Live show in the front of right because he's fitting right into we do the hero shows and in fact tomorrow night, Alex, you're off that show. I'm gonna put John on. No, you're not. Alex never bump Alex, but you would be funny. Put him up there for 5, and Richie will help you with your material. Still, you still help him, right?
Well, it's not a lot of funding coming in for the helping of the writing.
Yeah,
no,
that's okay.
I'm kidding.
And I'll do the same.
John is my neighbor. He's hysterical. He makes everybody in the whole neighborhood.
It's funny, when somebody else who's never seen your act looks at it, they come from a different perspective, which I love. Like Richie's always giving me critique. He's always saying, like, give it up. Like, stop doing stand. I just want to know about this joke, Richie. Oh, he goes, I'm sorry.
Was that a joke?
That was, see what I mean?
I'm always trying to come up with new stuff.
He's unbelievable. He's writing. I write one joke and then I'll work on it for like 6 months. But he's always writing new stuff.
I find this is a critique that I give a lot of new comics that I do myself. When I have a new joke, I do have some stuff that works, because I know as soon as I say this, he's just some jokes that let's say
all joking, kidding aside, John especially because I've done it before, accomplished working at a cute little place called Samantha's Little Bit of Heaven.
Yeah.
And you have to be squeaky clean, not clean, squeaky clean. And he knocked it out of the park.
That's great.
He said to me, 10 years I've been avoiding the show. He said to me, right before I'm going on, he goes, remember, you got to be clean. He goes, Disney? I go, yeah. He goes, that's filthy to them. Wow. Go out there and get him, Johnny. Go get him.
Follow that.
And the funny part is on the other side, the woman who runs the room didn't know me. Richie recommended me. She was losing sleep like a few nights before the show. She said, because she didn't know what I was going to say. Like, was I going
right?
It's very nerve-wracking until you get up there and get your first. Nicest people. Yeah, the nicest people.
Samantha,
great job on your material. I'm sorry to cut you off. We'll have you back on again. But funny stuff, man.
That's just
that's
just.
Do you ever do it without the cards? Do you ever go up without?
I
the
have
cards?
now. I actually did my first show where I was on was last Friday at McGuire's. I'm doing another show in May at Governors at the Giggle Room, and then in June another one. So
any place
keep me
people
busy.
can find you? Like, do you have a web page yet or a Facebook
Not yet.
page?
Facebook.
I'm not
What's your,
sure.
you know what?
I am
Give
on
them your home
Facebook.
address if they want to come by and knock on your door and see you.
Yeah, I am XPD,
What's
so
your-
make sure you knock twice, or don't knock at all. I have a no-knock warrant.
All right, we gotta go. John Allen.
Thank you.
ALLAN.
He was NYPD. He was a sergeant in court office. He was the Air Force.
Yes.
He was in the Air Force. Good night, everybody. We're going to the diner. Richie's paying this week. Meet us there. Massapequa Diner. Richie's paying.
Old leather gloves, we're slapping in hands. Popcorn and peanuts, we're working the stands. Pink cotton candy, love on a stick. Was chasing the beer that circled the lips. Play ball, play ball. Roll up the bases and smack it right over the wall.
Play ball.
Play ball.